Hey guys, welcome to my next tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how I break down the hand into basic forms, so that way sketching them in different positions actually becomes much easier than you would think. So right here I'm going to start by sketching a basic square, and then doing 2 vertical lines for the wrist. And then for the fingers, what I usually do is I just lightly sketch in 4 vertical lines, and then 2 curved lines to represent the joints. And now if you notice, the middle finger is always going to be the tallest, then the pointer finger and the ring finger are going to be approximately the same height, with the pinky being the shortest. So I usually when I sketch hands, I just start off with a basic hand in the front position, just so I can get a sense of, where everything is supposed to go. And now we can start moving into more complicated positions, such as this one, sort of at a lower angle. So just imagine that box being tilted, and also picture it in like a 3-dimensional form. That way, it won't seem so flat when you're actually sketching it in this position. But same basic idea, couple of lines for the fingers, make sure you draw in those curved lines to represent the joints. And now, I use reference photos when sketching these different positions, and a few of them I use my own hand as reference. So doing that over and over again, just repetition, will really help you get to the point that you want to get to in your hand sketching. And also, with the fingers, they can also be thought of as little rectangles or cylinders even. Especially if you're drawing a hand in a position where the fingers are sort of coming at you, like the last one I just sketched. In that case, with foreshortening, like I said, you can think of them as little cylinders. And then with the fist that I just sketched there, one thing that you can do to make your life a little easy is, instead of drawing each individual finger one by one, you can actually block out all 4 fingers, and think of the fingers folded as a box, a 3-dimensional box. So you can block that out, and then after that you can draw in each individual finger. With this example here, with the hand holding a pencil or a pen or any kind of drawing utensil, obviously, in that case, the thumb is going to be bent. Hand's not going to be flat like that, it's going to be bent. So from the side view, you can kind of make out a triangle shape connecting the thumb to the palm of the hand. Now this example here, we have a hand holding a gavel. So the same thing like what I did with the fist, you can actually just block out all 4 fingers, as if the hand was wearing a mitten, I guess you could say, and then draw in each individual finger. Another thing to keep in mind is the knuckles of the hand. They're always going to be curved, as in the knuckle of the middle finger is going to be the highest. Kind of like when your fingers are extended. Middle finger is always going to be the high point, so always make sure you have that curve in your knuckles when you're drawing the hands. Like with this example here, the hand is, the palm is going to be curved a little bit, and all 4 fingers are close together, so you can just sort of outline all 4 fingers and then sketch them in individually. And now this example here on the bottom, it shows the fingers bent from the front view. And now, in this example, like especially with the pinky finger and ring finger, all you really need to do is just sketch in 2 rectangles to show the fingers that are in the front view, or the joints of the finger that are in the front view. And now here what I'm doing is I'm just going over these sketches with red pencil, just to sort of highlight these basic shapes a little bit more clearly. because obviously those rough sketches I just did, they were a little bit messy. So I want to show you guys really how easy it is to sort of break the hand down into basic shapes. So, you know, you got the square for the palm, and then with the thumb in that very first sketch I did, you can sort of just think of it as a little triangle protruding from the palm, and then you can connect the joints of the thumb to that triangle. And then the fingers, obviously, they can be thought of as 3 little rectangles or cylinders, depending on the position of the hand. And repetition is key here. You want to just keep looking at reference photos, really studying the position of the fingers, the angles, and everything in between. And here I'm just going to take away the blue layer so you can see these shapes crystal clear. And yeah, like breaking it down like this, you really think, oh, it's actually pretty easy to draw hands. But of course it takes a little bit of time and patience to get the hang of it. Alright, well, I hope this was helpful to you guys. If there's any other questions or anything you're unsure of still, please leave a comment below. But I'm happy I could share a little bit of insight into my thought process when sketching hands. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.